Hello YouTube, I am Pinstar, and this is Banished, Strategy and Tactics, Episode 15. So when we last left our intrepid city of Thicklewood, we are in the process of pulling people off of our professions here, our food gathering professions, just in an effort to try and trim down the amount of stored food so we're not getting constant messages about our storage capacity being too full, and at the same time getting ourselves some temporary extra workers to build our forest hub here, and also start clearing the land and getting ourselves the iron and the stone, which they are presently working on. And I think they are doing the iron first because it looks like they have stripped out all of the iron here except for this little bits up here, which I don't think are marked, before they start working on the stone. Now, the other thing that we noticed in our last video is we had a very brief lacking food icon up here, even though we have plenty of food, and that gets into what I call the death march effect. If I am able to observe it again, I will follow it and explain the phenomenon a little bit more in detail, and possibly go over some tips for dealing with the death march. Let's see. So you guys are doing fine. Alright, got more traders coming, which is always good. Yipes! We got people dying again, but yeah, you know what? We still have plenty of more people arriving. Let's crank the speed up and see what you have to trade. Cherry seeds. We already have cherry seeds. Off you go. Yeah, with the seeds, towards the end, when you rely on them bringing random seeds, once you've collected most of the seeds, the chances of them bringing the seeds that you are lacking become lower and lower. And as such, it becomes more relevant to actually just order the last remaining bits of seeds if you want to try and complete your collection. But at the moment, we are not too far into that. We still have plenty of blank spaces, so I'm not going to get into ordering seeds just yet. Still haven't actually gotten those bean seeds that I was talking about before, but we'll live. We have too much food at the moment, and getting bean seeds will do the exact opposite of giving you too much food. No, I said that wrong. Having the bean seeds will make that problem worse, which is a good problem to have, but it's still a problem. Yeah, depending on how you see it. We don't have anyone in our boarding house. All right, we are getting graduates left and right, and our builders are, man, all right, looks like we can max out on our stone cutters. How are you guys doing? 73% and dropping, and currently being full of coal. Probably keeping our blacksmith good and busy. Oh yeah, our tool limit. Let's crank that all the way up because we want you working. Okay, so got our woodcutters, and yep, you're building that, and we are, actually, it looks like they're finally getting into that stone, and finally that's getting these buildings built. Yep, and once that house is done, we have nomads, right when we are officially done with our population crisis. But let's see what we got. We got 20 nomads. Now, for the sake of strategy and tactics, I'm going to approach this in two different ways. One is to give you my advice as what I'm going to do right now. And that is, normally I would deny them. We don't need them. We have a fully 100% educated population right now. So, and all of the nomads are going to come to us uneducated. And like I said, we have an excess of population. We are not hurting for people. That being said, there's also some strategy and tactics to accepting nomads and dealing with them properly and not having them blow up your population. So with that being said, the first thing you want to make sure you do when you accept nomads is, if it is later in the year, don't do it unless you have a boarding house, which we have. The other thing you want to keep an eye on is your food population. Now, we have all this stored food, but it's dropping, and we're going to want to put people on that, because now we have 20 more mouths to feed if we accept them. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be silly here, and let's accept them. And in consequence of doing that, let's repopulate all of our food producing professions here, because yeah, we want to make sure our food production returns to par. So now we have ourselves a whole bunch of people here that can't fit in there, even with that house in place. So we are able to actually return to full par here our food producers, but we still have unemployed, and actually, yeah, there's still a couple of people that are completely homeless. Our boarding house cannot sustain all of them. So we first off, let's build a few more houses here because of all the people I've been adding to the. That should do that well. And get a couple more here. Gonna fit for me? No. Even though it'd be really pretty. No. Okay. Once again, you assault my OCD. Bah, I say bah. All right. Well, that should keep them occupied pretty well. Now, here's this other thing. Remember, I was talking a few episodes ago where we have we can use our miners and our stonecutters as sort of a population sponge. Well, that's what we're going to do right here. We are going to pull them all off here, except for a couple of them. And there we are going to have them build up these houses that we just laid down so that we can get these homeless people off the street so they do not freeze. Because that would be bad. No one wants them to freeze. And yeah, now that the people are starting on clear gathering the stone here, it's coming in fast and furious. But we're going to be using it fast and furious too. Building all these houses. The other use for boarding house, and we will make use of it for this once we find houses for all these nomads, is to use it as temporary storehouses when we do upgrades for all of our other housing types. That's an interesting path you just took there. Actually, a lot of people are taking that path. And might as well give my people what they want, a faster road to this section. Sure. Oh, and we have a trader. Traitor! Oh! And you are giving me a lot of food. Interesting. Now, do I want to take this extra food? Well, let's see what I can afford. I'm not going to go for the firewood because I got plenty of that, but let's see what I can do. 765 mushrooms, 80 of the venison, and 500 ale will buy me quite a lot of food. Now the cherries I have plenty, the berries I have plenty, onions, fish, and peppers. So squash is pretty much the only one I don't have. But I'm going to buy the extra 1,000 here of cherries because that gets turned into ale, and same goes with the berries. That means more ale. And, oh, what the hey, we'll buy our last 1,000 of that, and we'll buy 5 onions because we can. See, now that we've been upping our trade volume, we are... We're getting into merchants that carry more and more stuff, which is good. We like merchants that carry more stuff. I'm just going to check my volume here because it sounds a little loud. There. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so with that in place, we probably have just made our storage problem worse again, all over again. But again, we just took in a whole bunch more hungry, whole bunch more. Wow, rapid fire babies, more babies, 500 of them. Jeez, talk about a wave of babies. Must have been a full moon. All right, anywho, where were we? Oh, yes. So you people are harvesting. You people are, yeah, our food's rocketing right back up again. And you people should be working on delivering materials to this. Speaking of materials, do we have a... Jeez. What are you guys trying to destroy my storage barns? Sheesh. Okay, so what don't we have? We need more cabbage, because we don't have that. We need beans, because we do not have beans. We need wheat. We need roots, or not roots, pumpkins, and everything else we produce. So, yay, more food and more storage barn destruction. Yeah, my laborers are going to hate me for that, but... better to have too much than too little. And these houses, once they're actually built, will take chunks of food. Alright, more laborers. Good. I dismissed that other boat net. No, I did not. See you later. And we still have a few homeless families. I'm going to have to break out that priority tool. I haven't used that in ages. But I definitely want to make sure we do not have people freezing to death, because it is in the middle of winter and we still have a few homeless families. So hopefully this will get them to go get chop on getting this thing built. Yeah, clear the tree. Alright, we got people here, but we also have people working on this. So we should have some houses built here. Don't know what the holdup was, but they were actually probably they were clearing up all that stone. That's what they were doing, because I wasn't using the priority tool. Okay, so just in time for late winter, we have them finally in houses. And these other houses are probably going to just pull people out of the boarding house into proper homes. And they're much happier that way. All right, those are all done, and yeah, they're just tossing those up. So plenty of room here. Still a bunch of people here in the boarding house. So we are going to need to find ourselves some more housing. More housing. So I think my next major expansion is going to be down here. We're going to do a major farming field. Farming field and pasture. My brain can work. Pastures, farming fields and pastures. So we're going to start out by drawing this as far down until we hit the OCD limit. This little mountain right here. Like that. And we are going to finally do the final bit of our... Go in here until we hit our natural barrier. Perfect! Now, so I do not trample on my forest here, I can start building out stuff here. All right, so I think more pastures are in order. So if I can get 10, if I can get a 10 by 20 here. Yeah, there we go, 10 by 20. And then you look like you're primed for like a 20 by 20. Oh, you don't even need that much. Alright, well, let's do it by this corner, otherwise I'll... There we go. And I wonder, does that give me enough room for... It does. Oh, that's pretty. Alright, so two farmers down here for this pasture, plus one dude down here. We'll make another pasture to make up for it. And while we're in the mass building mode, there. And let's get a road going through here, because it's just also awesome. Yeah, we'll run it that way. That way you guys have access. Alright, so I need... How many more workers worth of employment do I need here? I need 2, 4, 5 more workers worth of employment. So we are... what are we going to do? Think. Well, let's see. What am I missing? Any of the civic buildings? I am. So we'll have we'll have the 1 here. So then that gives us an even 4, and yeah, let's see here. I think we were going to do ourselves. Well, first off, we need storage barn down here for all of these animal products. And we'll do a few more fields. Let me take a quick look at our town hall. And let's see, we have corn, we have peaches. What's not really well represented? Well, we need peaches. So we will do an orchard, a peach orchard. Make you 4 by 15. 4 by 15. There we go. Yeah, we'll do one more of each kind of orchard here. Actually, no. We're gonna make this a booze area. So 5 by 14. And one more. 5 by 4. And, oh yeah, you guys have to be built first before I do anything to designate it. And more traders. Okay, thank you. Ooh, iron and stone. Okay, I'll take it. And I will be more than happy to trade my firewood away for that. Yeah, I haven't rebounded with my ale yet. By 40 units. So I think 350. Bingo. Trade it. Good job, merchant. With all this building, I'm going to need all of that material. Oh yeah, now I can set my log limit a little bit higher. Just so we have more material on hand. And yeah, we're just getting more and more people coming in here. And they're all just going to be going on there. In fact, once we've already emptied out our boarding house, which means I can start on our next thing, which is upgrading all of our wooden houses. And what you want to do is just want to make sure that the homeless icon disappears before. Alright, so you guys could find a new house. Upgrading. Wait for the homeless icon. Good. Upgrading. Alright, good. Upgrading. This is going to be messing with our timing. Speaking of timing, I've once again seemed to have run out. So in our next episode, we're going to see the results of our latest builder blitz here, and you'll notice in our next couple of episodes, my goal here is to get into and maintain some exponential growth and see if we can't spread across the map here in some big grand finale for Ficklewood. I want this thing to be, I want to go big or I want to go home. That's my style here. We're going to have a big mess of activity here, and those nomads just help fuel that. So, if you liked what you saw here, you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Most importantly, I like the comments the best. Even if you have a critique or something negative to say to me, by all means, keep it civil and leave your comment. I welcome the feedback. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Pinstar. So until next time, this has been Pinstar. Have a good one, people.